The thing is, I am so scared to be that version of myself again. I'm not even a version of myself now. I don't even know if that makes sense. Hey friends, and welcome back to the Why Would I Say That podcast. It's your girl Tiara, and today we're going to get into some deep, dark topics. Sorta. Well, kind of. I mean, we definitely are. But I do want to start this off with a trigger warning because I am going to be talking about sewer slide and self-harm and some of the things that have been going on with me. Don't worry, I'm not dealing with any of those thoughts or anything right now, but it is something with my past that I do need to stay aware of. So I do want to make this trigger warning right now. So if you struggle with any of those things, please reach out to someone that you trust, because I know that I couldn't have done this alone, and I know that you don't deserve to go through it alone. So if you're going through any of those things right now, please reach out to somebody. There's so many people in this world that would love to hear from you than to never hear from you again. So please reach out, because somebody will be willing to listen. I promise. Today's going to be kind of a vent to make you feel seen, to make me feel seen, because your girl, I'm not going through it, but apparently I'm going through it. And I know that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Also, before I get into this video and podcast episode, I do want to kind of talk about something that has been on my mind a lot, because I feel like I'm not coming off as my authentic self. And we need to talk about it, because that's usually what I'm here to do. Since starting this podcast, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been enjoying all the feedback that I've been getting. I've been enjoying my time. But, which is a big but, I knew this podcast was going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to have to plan episodes, script episodes, and not like script. I'm still coming from the heart, but I have to like keep a guideline of what I'm talking about, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you something to take away with. And I don't know, it's starting to feel, something feels wrong. Something feels off. I feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I started social media, I started venting, sharing what I'm learning as I'm learning it. And that's what I want to continue to do. But right now, I feel like I'm working in this loop, just repeating the same stuff that I'm repeating. I'm not sharing what I'm going through anymore. I'm closing myself off a bit because I know what's worked in the past for me. I'm scared to try new things and talk about things that I haven't talked about before, because I'm not sure if it's going to work. And I just really want to get back to that. I really do. I don't want to make this a woe is me type of thing. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want you to be like, oh, feel bad for me, or listen to me trauma dump for an hour and you take nothing away from it. Just hear me, pour me. That's not what I want to do at all. But I do want to watch my journey in real time and look back on this and see how far I've grown while leaving you with something. And instead of like scripting something that isn't resonating with me at the moment, if that makes sense. I don't know if that matters to anyone, or if I should even speak about that, but that's just something that I have been kind of looking at. So if you see me on here crashing out a bit more, venting a bit more, just having the fun podcast episodes, that's because what I was doing before, I felt like I was just recycling other people's content, because I felt like I've heard the things that I've said in my older podcast episodes, which was really just a few weeks ago. It's really not that old, but I feel like I'm just regurgitating content. Like, it is coming from my own words, but I feel like it's not authentically my content. I don't know if any of you are getting that, but I feel like I have room to improve, and I just want to make this like more fun and more like in time. I don't know how to explain this. This is something that's been on my mind a lot. So anyways, today I want to talk to you about what I've been struggling with lately, and it's been on my mind like a frick ton, and I won't talk about it because I don't know why I've been so scared, but I'm not scared anymore. So I need more motivation juice in me. Anyway, on my birthday, I went to a psychic fair. And if you know me, I love seeing me a little psychic and mediums and stuff. I'm really into astrology, horoscopes, all that stuff. I love it. I love the stars and the moon and the sun. I love it so freaking much. I know in my past life, I was burned as a witch on the stake. I was in the witch trials. I know it. I love getting my tarot cards read, and honestly, that's what calls to me the most in spirituality. I know some things will work for some people, some won't for others, but I love me a good tarot card pull. So I went to get my tarot cards read, and I did not like what I had to hear. It was not what I wanted to hear, and it actually really made me mad, because it was telling me what I needed to do, and not something I've really thought about. If you don't know what tarot cards are, basically, to give you like just a brief description of it, it's basically like this deck of cards and it has those pictures on them. So there's like a lot of different cards. So if you like, you can pull like the Queen of Swords, or like maybe the world card, or you could pull the death card. And all these cards mean different things when you pull them in different orders, or how you flip them, or the person that's reading them. All these cards can mean different things at different times for different reasons. It's very confusing. It's something that I've tried learning. I just cannot remember all the cards off the top of my head. If I can like read a little cheat sheet, I can do a reading. It does come very intuitively to me, but I'm not that great at reading them myself yet. But I love getting them pulled by other people. So when I got my tarot cards pulled the other day, they basically told me I'm not letting go of something. And then I don't know how I do this every time. So every time, and I'm telling you, this has not happened to anyone that I've gone with, but I make my tarot card reader cry almost every single time. If that doesn't tell you my life is a mess, I don't know what will. But she's pulling my cards, and the first card she pulled, she was like, ooh, there's somebody you're not letting go. And then she pulls it out and goes, ooh, a man. When has a man been in my life recently? Anyway, so now I'm getting a little bit skeptical. I'm thinking, like, okay, is tarot and spirituality even real? Not that that matters. Not that this has to do with anything in the video. I'm just getting to the point. But then she pulls out another card and she goes, it seems like he put you down a lot. All I can see right now is you crying in the bathroom floor and him standing over top of you. Stop talking. Stop talking. I literally was like, shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. And then she keeps pulling out more cards. She's like, this is weighing really heavy on you. She's like, then pulls another card and she's like, you think you let it go, but you have not let it go. And then she pulls like another card and she's like, and all your relationships are being affected by this right now. And then she just keeps pulling out more and more and more, right? And I had this realization, right? At first, when she started talking about a man, I thought maybe it was just like, maybe it's because I'm living at my dad's and I won't get out of his house. Like, I don't know if it was that. But then when she kept going on and she says she saw someone crying in the bathroom floor and he was only around for a little bit, and she says that she can hear the nasty things he was saying to me. I then realized it was my ex-boyfriend. And then I realized that she was freaking right. And I hate to admit that she's right, because I literally thought this entire time, like, I've been doing so good. I've been getting over him. I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. Especially as someone with BPD. Being single and being alone is really, really hard. It's something that I've never been able to do in my entire life. But I am now. But the epiphany that I got while getting my tarot cards read is that she's right about me not letting go, for the simple fact is I'm not moving on. It's not that I'm stuck on him. It's that I am stuck with the hurt and the fear of the hurt that's going to happen in the future. I'm scared that I'm going to be in that situation again, that I'm now closing myself off to relationships and people. Someone with BPD, I have always struggled with being alone. So now that I am alone, I think that I healed that part of myself. Except that's the furthest thing from it. Because what I realize is if I get in another relationship, I might start treating them like they are my ex. I might start reacting in ways that I would have to my ex, because I'm so scared of being hurt in that way again that I'm literally preventing it and stopping it in every way possible, which is fine. It's valid. I think it's so fine and valid and empowering for a while. But then if I keep doing this, I'm going to end up alone. And that's not what I want to do at all. I love being alone. I love having my alone time, but I'm going to be alone. And I hate that feeling. I hate that I had to realize that. And I hate that I have to work on that. And I hate that I have to put myself in triggering positions in order to heal that part of myself. If you're very new here, have never seen me come across your For You page, Explore page, or YouTube page, I have borderline personality disorder. So what that is instability of moods, behaviors, and relationships. And like the last part is very, very real. The relationships. I mean, all of it is real, but the relationships, that's what we're tuning into today. And fear of abandonment is one of the biggest parts of BPD. And I thought, because I've been spending all this time alone, that I don't fear abandonment because I can be alone. So if you abandon me, I can be alone. But the thing is, I'm not putting myself in a position for someone to leave me and to heal that part of myself. I'm not saying I hope that someone leaves me again in the future, but I'm literally just not doing anything to work on it. If you have BPD, I don't know if this is going to resonate with you or just sound absolutely insane, but like, relationships for me are the only reason I know 100% for surely I have BPD. Like 100%. Because throughout my life, I will go through phases where I'll swear I don't have it. I have no symptoms. Nothing's going on. I'm not being chaotic. As soon as I get in a relationship, I'm back to all my old habits. And that really, really scares me. Because I swear, like right now, that I'm not going to hurt myself. I don't want to self-harm. I don't want to end my life. Like I don't want to do any of those things. But when I get in a relationship, the moment I'm triggered, I have to be driven to a hospital because I'm trying to end my life. And it's really freaking scary to put myself in that situation again. I'm terrified. I honestly don't even know how to navigate this or even give you advice on this right now because my biggest fear is becoming that version of myself again. And I know that it sounds like I'm taking one situation and applying it to the rest of my life, but this isn't one situation for me. My relationship before that, even though I did care about those people before, and I've always been the one that got broken up with and everything, but like my last one was very serious. We were in love, and I like tried to like, you know, commit at one point. The relationship before that, I tried to commit. The relationship before that, I tried to commit. Not like commit to the relationship. I realize that might sound like I'm committing to a relationship, but no, commit the sewer slides. I've tried in every relationship that I've been in because I have no idea why. And I have no idea why. Like there's like a little switch in my brain that flips off when I'm in a relationship and it's like, oh, they hurt you. Oh, they're going to leave you. Hey, you should kill yourself. What? Huh? What? And honestly, it sounds weird. I'm kind of blessed that I've been in those relationships so I could get the help that I need now today. And I'm not dealing with this stuff in the future, but I know I will be because I'm so scared of getting a relationship again that my brain's going to do that again. But I have no idea why I'm like that. No idea. Like this might make me sound like a bad person, but like after I dated my first love, so like way before this, way back in tears past, back in my day, basically when I was like 16, I got through my first breakup, my first love little situation, got through that after I tried to like, you know, commit, got out of a hospital, like it was really bad. I then was single for like a little tiny bit and it was like, oh my God, I can't believe people self-harm. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing that people try to do those things. Even though I was actively doing it right before that, I would be like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Like, I will never be like that again. Get to my next relationship. Guess who became that again? Me. And then like after that, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever did that. I can't believe people even do that. It's so embarrassing. It's so cringy. It's so that. Then what happened again? And I get in my next relationship. Same freaking thing. And I know the average person would just be like, quit being manipulative. You're trying to get out of whatever you're getting into by just trying to commit. And that's so manipulative and stuff. But like, I literally don't know how to explain it. My brain cannot help it. Like, I have no idea. And now, like, I've gotten older. Like, my parents have been involved in these situations because obviously, like, I'm their kid. And like, I don't know. They've gotten a few phone calls a few times. I hate that for my parents so much. But like, even like me and my dad were talking not that long ago, and I was like, I'm so scared that I'm going to get in a relationship like that again. And I'm going to have to call you. I'm going to cry. Right? Maybe I didn't let go. Oh my God, dude. But I'm so scared. I'm going to have to call my dad again saying I don't want to live and they need to come get me a state away. Because that's what happened last time. Or my best friend calls because she doesn't trust me to be alone. Like, that is so scary, and I don't want my parents to go through that again. It's not fair. And I wish I could just be mentally stronger and emotionally better, or just, I don't know, be a better person that isn't freaking trying to do that to themselves when they're in relationships. But like, I do, and I have to be aware of that because I want to be better. I know if I sit here and be like, oh my God, that's so cringy, that'll never happen again, I'm going to be blindsided again, and I have to be very aware of it. But I feel like that's what's making it harder for me to get in a relationship or to have those connections with people again. Because I'm so scared that they're going to hurt me so bad that I'm going to hurt me. And I know that's not their responsibility. It's no one's fault but my own. But like, oh God, how do you explain this to a person that doesn't have BPD or doesn't deal with these things? I literally don't know. And I really wish I could sit here and tell you I have the best advice for this and I can heal you, but I don't. And I genuinely, like, I don't see anyone talk about these things because it is not looked great upon. None of this things that I'm admitting right now is not like looked up as like, yes, everyone does that. Like, let's talk about it. Usually when you hear someone saying like, oh, they're going to commit when someone leaves someone, they're being manipulative. You shouldn't be with someone like that. But like, what if you are like that and you can't help it? Like, this sucks. It sucks because I am so terrified. So terrified of people. So terrified to get that deep with someone that I might end my life. Like, that's so terrible to say. Any negative things I say about myself, I don't literally mean towards people that act like this. I'm just saying, like, how I feel about it. Just so you feel less alone if this is something you're dealing with. I feel so guilty and I do feel manipulative, and I'm not trying to be. I feel like alone because no one will talk about it. Even like my friends would like bring up jokes about guys who did that and stuff. And like, I get it. Like, I do get it. But like, I don't know. I wish I could give you this cheat code on how to get through this, but I can't because I didn't. I don't have the cheat code. I'm getting through this today and it's driving me insane. And as much as my tarot card reader didn't tell me all the information, it's what clicked for me and it's what inspired me to make this episode this week, because there are so many people that deal with this and so many people that have done this before and nobody talks about it, and it sucks. Because when I'm going through those moments, it's just like, I feel it's not that I'm like trying to prove a point to them, like, oh, I'll show them how bad they hurt me. I mean, I guess in a degree it is, but like for the most part, it's like I'm in so much emotional pain that I just need out, and the only way out is out of my body, which is just, not being in here anymore. And I literally don't know how to explain that. Like, the emotional pain is so bad whenever I get in relationships. If there's like a small argument or like I'm fearing something, like the emotional pain feels so bad. I literally feel like there's like this is literally what it feels like. There's butterflies in my chest. My skin is on fire and freezing at the same time. My head is spinning. My vision is blurry. And sometimes my hands and my feet go numb. When I am emotionally like upset, like that's what happens. I have BPD. I have extreme emotional intensities, and literally my physical body will show symptoms of that. I've gotten hives. I've gotten like, I don't know. And I don't know how to escape that without escaping life. I don't think anybody does. You can't escape your body and your brain, and it sucks. And so many people will be like, don't let someone have all that power over you. It's not them that has power over me. It's me. It's my emotions. It's my brain. It's my thinking. Like, I have no idea why. It's like not the person. Like, it is the person. I care about the person that's in my life if I'm that deeply connected. It very much is the person, but like for the most part, it's my emotional pain that I want to get out of. It's not the relationship, it's my emotional pain. And I don't know how to fix that in relationships. Like, I'm fine alone. I've been fine alone for the last 2.5 years. But like, oh my God, I can't. I can though. That's why I'm talking about it. The thing is, I don't think this is going to be forever. I do think I'm going to learn over time. And the fact that I'm able to speak about this, be aware of these things, and just being able to internalize it is showing that I'm taking steps in the right directions. It just really sucks that I know that I'm going to have to be in a relationship again to know if I learn those things, because it feels really risky. But I think I need to start, at least taking steps in the right direction. Like, I don't need to be in a relationship tomorrow, but like at least starting to go on dates, because I won't even go on dates. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did go through a little, like, whatever you want to call it, a little hoe phase. Went through a little hoe phase where I was just a man hater, a man eater. I'd be like, take me on a date. You're paying for this. I was literally having dinner for free every night, driving in nice cars and doing all this stuff. I was doing all those things. I don't want to be like that anymore, but I don't know. I'm in my 20s. I should at least go on dates, give people a chance. And if I find my person, I find my person, and to give it a chance. This part sucks, but I'm trying not to think about it too hard. I just don't want anyone to be collateral damage to my own brain. But like, I don't want to look at myself like as I'm damaged goods, because I'm not. I'm still human, and I deserve love like any other human, and I deserve to have relationships like any other human. But I'm just really nervous for someone to become my collateral damage. But until I take the chance and actually start dating and trying again, I'm never going to know if I learned anything. I'm never going to know if I have healed those parts of myself, because right now I genuinely feel like I healed those parts of myself. Like, I've gained enough like confidence and self-esteem and all of these habits in order to maintain being alone. But like, if I end up with someone again, am I still going to be able to do those things and still be able to acknowledge that, like, even if I'm like physically alone, that I'm not alone, and be able to realize if that person were to leave me, that I can be okay and I still have my own identity. I have to be willing to try new things and go on different dates and all these things, but it is really hard for someone like me, and I'm trying my best. I'm definitely not going to be dating just anyone or everyone like I used to in the past. I'm definitely going to be picky and like have certain standards and stuff that I didn't have before, because I know what some of the things that I need and some of the things that I don't need. So I'm going to continue being picky. So really don't expect me to be dating and in a relationship tomorrow, but like I'm very much more open to it. I have been back on the dating app. So if you see me on there, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I hate dating apps so much. I think I'm going to get kidnapped all the time, even though I'm a grown ass woman. And when like I'm out and about, I've been trying to like, you know, just be open to like more people. It is really hard though. Like it's really, really hard when you've went from relationship to relationship to complete isolation. And now I'm like getting out of it, but I'm like, oh my God, where is the middle? Where is the middle? It's very weird, but I'm very much more open to it. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this today because I definitely know there's so many people going through it. It's an uncomfortable topic. I wouldn't imagine a lot of people do talk about this stuff. And I've never seen anyone talk about it. So I want to talk about it because there are so many people that go through this. And if you're not someone, I know you've heard a similar story to someone doing this, and you may not have known like what was going on behind the brain or anything. And I'm not saying that everyone's brain works like mine does or their thought process about those actions were like mine. But I think it's important to just bring the awareness of the topic and at least just bring it to the forefront of someone's brain that may be dealing with this, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes like awareness is just enough for you to change. So sometimes I don't have to tell you like, okay, you need to do this, this, and this, and you'll be healed. Like sometimes I just need to talk about the situation so you can see it for what it is, start planting seeds, and like things will eventually just start happening. Now, there are certain times where awareness won't do that for you, but there are certain times where like I think awareness can change the trajectory of your life. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of hard work that goes with it, but as long as you start being aware of those certain things, your brain's going to start driving you crazy and start pushing you in the right directions. Even if it doesn't feel like it's in the right directions, it is the right directions. Because right now I'm driving myself crazy by not getting into deep relationships and getting deep connections, that I'm now pushing myself to do it. I mean, I could just sit here with the awareness and just be like, well, I'm aware, but I'm not going to do anything to change. But the awareness drives me so insane that eventually that I just start to change, because I just start going so insane that I'll do anything to get out of that mind state. So I know this isn't like a how to get out of the situation or how to feel better, but just bring you the awareness of what I've been learning recently that hopefully help you make you learn as well. I always just want to make it clear, I'm just a girl. I'm not a doctor. I'm going through it with you guys. And I'm one of those people that takes advice better from someone who's went through it before. So I just want to share like my story, my journey, and like the advices that I do have. I know this video wasn't very advicey, but I do think it can be helpful to someone. So, and if it was helpful, definitely let me know down in the comments down below, because if I'm airing all this out for no reason, that is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But if I at least help one person, it's worth it. It is so worth it. And I've already gotten so much good feedback from my podcast. And I just like, I don't know, it makes my heart feel so warm. And like, I don't know. I'm just a girl going through it. And like, I don't know. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are so sweet and kind. And I love you more than anything in the whole world. Like, you have no freaking idea. If you're struggling with any of these things, please, please, please reach out to someone that you trust. Because again, I'm sure they would rather hear from you and not a phone call from someone else saying that something happened to you. Call anyone, everyone. If you're going through this, somebody will help. Somebody will be willing to help. Of course, there's going to be a lot of work that you have to do, but doing all of that alone, I'm not going to say is impossible, but like, it's not fun and doesn't sound enjoyable and doesn't make it sound like you're going to be on the fastest and most happiest road to recovery or to getting better. So please, please, please reach out to someone that you trust, to a treatment team if you already have one. I'm working on trying to find like a partner for this podcast, because where I do talk about a lot of heavy topics, I would like you guys to have a resource that maybe you could click on the link down below or something, because I feel like that would be super helpful for my audience. And I'm just like looking for the best one, because do you guys remember, I don't know if anyone knows about this. Do you remember when the National Eating Disorder Association came out with AI and it was telling people to like starve themselves? Yeah, I don't want to find a platform that like just is not good for you guys. So like, I'm trying to find a partner that will maybe help you guys, but I'm being picky about it. So like, I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to rush it, but please, please, please reach out if you are dealing with something like this. This is a serious topic. This is a serious thing. And when I'm not using this like, oh, I tried to commit suicide loosely. I tried. I very much tried. And I don't want to trauma dump in the ways that I've tried, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. So like, this is not something you play around. Your life can end in a moment of a second when you're in those states of mind. And I would have regretted it. I would have. And I just don't want anyone to get a really bad phone call, because you deserve to be here. You deserve love. You deserve to feel loved. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have someone there for you. You just deserve all these things. And I just don't want you to go through what I went through. But, anyway, reach out to somebody. Hopefully I can find a partner soon that can help me with some of these things. But we'll see. Future can only tell. If you like this episode, even though it was dark and heavy and stuff, please give it a big thumbs up. Please help. If it resonated with you, just something. Not that you liked the fact that I did all those things. Just give me a big thumbs up. And if you're listening on podcasts, make sure to give this podcast a 5-star rating. Maybe not talking about the sewer slides, but maybe just saying like, hey, she's willing to talk about the things that I've never heard talked about before. Keep it vague. We're not trying to scare all the new listeners off. And make sure you're following the show so you're not missing an episode every single Friday. I know I missed last Friday, but that's because your girl needs a break sometimes, and I got to practice what I preach. So if I'm not taking breaks and telling you guys that sometimes your body needs rest, I'm going to just look insane. So please forgive me for that break last week, but we're back on schedule. There will only be like randomly a Friday miss, and it's only because your girl really needs a break. So that's all. So make sure you're following this show. Make sure you're hitting the like. Make sure you're commenting down below. Make sure you're leaving the 5-star review. And yeah, anyway, we're working on ourselves. We're working for deeper connections without all the emotional explosivities. We're trying our best. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's on my mind today. Sorry to lay heavy on you again. I love you guys more than anything in the world. And until next Friday.